Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining. I'm Dale Jr. I am Reunion with your morning inspiration. Just excited to be able to talk to you today. I want to take time to share this video. Appreciate everybody that's joining on the day. Please hit that thumbs up, that like, hit that notification bell, and we'll get started in just a minute. All right. It's a great It's a great Sunday. It's a great Sunday. I'm excited that God has given uh, us the ability to join each other on today. Just really thank God, really appreciate God for letting His will be done in the life of the believers. All right, almost there. It's very interesting message today, talking about God has sustained you. Today we're talking about God has sustained you. That's what we're talking about on today. Just excited to just be alive this morning. Just excited to be alive this morning. Today I'm reading from Deuteronomy chapter 29 in verse 5. Cut that out for a second. I'm reading from Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 5. It says, and I have led you, okay, and I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes are not waxing old upon you, and the shoes is not waxing old upon you. All right. So I want to talk about that. Good morning, Miss Ruffin. Thank you for joining. So I want to talk about that in Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 5. Some interesting words for the believer. It says, and I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes are not waxing old upon you, and the shoes is not waxing old upon your feet. Just think about it, how God sustained the children of Israel. They was 40 years in the wilderness because of their own disobedience. However, God still kept their sandals new, right? Still kept they raiment, they clothes clean and able to be used. If you think about that in your life, what have God preserved in your life? You know, did He preserve your clothes? Did He preserve the food when you thought you didn't have enough food to eat? Is He preserving your house? You know, maybe it need a lot of repairs, but guess what? God is keeping that thing together. God is keeping that thing together. I think about the story of Elijah, how Elijah, God told him to just wait by the brook, and a raven will bring a food, will bring a meat, and he can use the brook for drinking, right? I look at how Elijah was sustained by God. That should be exciting to you, that God will sustain you in the hardest way. It might be a way you like, man, I didn't look at it like that. I didn't look at it like that. I'm still here. You know, I could be anywhere around the world, going through any other problem, but guess what? I'm still here. God is still sustaining me here on this earth. God is still sustaining me. I want to read y'all the definition of sustain. Like, many of us hear words and don't really understand, but according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, it says sustain, to give support or relief, to supply with substance, nourish, keep up, prolong, to support the weight of, to carry or withstand. So just think about that. Think about how God has been outlet to you. God has been a lot to you. God has been support and relief to you. You could be in a very different place right now. But guess what? God is taking you to a great place on this morning. God is taking you to a great place. God is supplying you with substance. God is giving you everything that you need. God has always given you everything what you need. That's why you still here. You know, many of us, maybe 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever age you is, 70, guess what? God has been there and been sustaining you. Have you ever thought about that? God is keeping you because God loves you. The Bible also teaches us that it's never been a righteous man forsaken or his seed begging bread. Some of us are living off the prayers of the people that came before us. Maybe it was our grandparents, maybe our parents that have passed on. We're still living off of those prayers, right? You should be praising God on this morning, on today. And know in Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 5, and I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes are not waxing old upon you, and the shoes is not waxing old upon thy foot. Wow, God has met your needs in a way that's been unique to you. All right, so that is the message for this morning. Just know that God is love, and love is God. And remember that God wish above all things that you may prosper and be in good health. I'm Dale S. Jr. I am Reunion. Y'all have a great rest of your day. I'm out.